Hi guys and girls, welcome back to my channel. I do hope you're doing well. Now this is all trial and error, guys. I don't know what we're going to have behind us. Currently I'm filming on the green screen, so I don't quite know whether you're literally just going to see me uploaded with a green screen because it might have gone not to plan, or you may actually see me with some form of a background behind us. That I don't know what as of yet. I really want to try and give this Scandals with Shan a little bit of a spooky vibe. Now you all know it's always normally been in black. That is the way it has always been. It has always been black tops or maybe like a little bit with a scarlet or rose, something spooky. And I'm still going with that theme. But I thought, you know what, let's kick it off with the new year. We're going to have the new spectacles on and we're going to go for a black grey lip. Don't know if I'm quite vibing. This was like probably 23-year-old Shan going through the dark grunge goth phase. But the Scandals with Shan this month, my lovelies, is what better way? What do you think is going to happen in 2024? And we have had some very, very interesting conspiracies and scandals coming through, which has now started to make me question what's happening for 2024. So shall we get in with our first episode of Scandals with Shan for 2024? And it's all things what is going to happen in the new year. Also, let me know what you think of the new intro and outro. And as I say, hopefully we'll have a spooky background behind us. If not, you're going to be looking at me with a green background. Right, let's kick it off with something that seems to be very popular throughout people's responses. And that's to do with a particular country. Definitely something bad happening politically in America this year. I believe this year is the election, which I believe Trump is running for again. And I have heard so many conspiracies regarding if Trump comes in power again, are things going to be boycotted so that he doesn't overrun the votes? What could potentially happen if he was to come in power? The things that may be put in place to stop this. I mean, we all know there was the whole thing of like the votes being doctored and everything like that. Could that be something happening again? That is quite a recurring topic of something is going to happen within America this year, whether it be politically or a few of the other items that are mentioned. Do we think something politically disastrous is going to happen within America this year? I am not someone who knows much about politics. I never claimed to be. I'm just someone who has an opinion and sees what is put out in the news, to be basically honest. And I don't know. American politics is very different to British politics. You guys have like your presidents. We have our prime minister, and obviously we have the royal family. But it's very different, and of what powers they have are very different between the countries, I believe. And is something going to kick off? There's something that I keep seeing, and again it's popped up a lot in here, regarding this solar power grid cut, where they basically think there's going to be a solar storm. I think that's what I'm hearing. And they feel it's going to wipe out like power, internet, like cause an outage everywhere. And how we're going to recoup for that. Of course, apparently the Simpsons have predicted this. Like the Simpsons have predicted many a thing in the world that's been happening. And everyone now is looking for generators. And I hear people talk about power banks. I feel it could potentially be scaremongering. There's always these big things that come up on TikTok or come up on Instagram. And you just think, is there truth behind it? Or is it just another form of last year or previous years we had the big C, and we're just like kind of still rebuilding after that, I guess. And is this now going to be the next big thing? And yeah, definitely political views in America are what people think could spark something for this year. One of my lovelies says there will either be another war looming or virus outbreak, and something to keep the population in fear and under control. This is again a very popular topic. Everyone feels that the world in essence will put something in place to keep everyone in line. I don't think that any governments particularly like their nation's uprising or being free to a political stance. It just seems that whenever people seem to slowly get back on their feet, something else pops in. Like, it's not you have to toe the line, it seems, and the whole thing of like scaremongering and fear and controlling people. Is that really the way that we want to live our lives? No. But unfortunately, if the higher powers deem that the way, how are we to get out of it? How are we to say, no, that's not what it's about? And also, it's just another tactic to, it's either a money-making tactic, it's either a fear-mongering, scaremongering tactic. It's something to which the governments can still say they have that hold. They have that hold on people, and it will stop them rebelling and striking and doing what they want, because as we've got older, obviously I've never seen as many strikes in the past few years within work establishments as there has been, and people are not happy. There are going to be uproars, there's going to be like revolts, and I think the authorities potentially don't know how to handle that. So if there is a way of scaremongering and keeping people inside, as I say, we had the virus outbreak that contained us for maybe a year or so, I would say, and then we were slowly allowed out. But that all seems, it seems a distant memory, but not. I mean, the thought of not being able to go out, you sit and think, how is that possible? But then I look back on my old vlogmases, when obviously I vlogmased during the lockdown, and you think we was actually subjected to that. And I remember my area, we was down south, and we got put into this whole new tier like the day or so before Christmas. So when you thought you would have that one day, that just got taken away. And when you obviously see all of the things with Partygate and what the people in charge were doing, it does put you back up, because you think people couldn't see loved ones, couldn't spend their last final days with people, and they was having a good old jolly up. I mean, the government itself is a topic. There's a reason I don't do politics, guys, it's because I don't like half of them, and I think their policies are backwards and not for the general working class people. I always say, if I was Prime Minister for a day, oh my goodness, I would shake this world up. I'd actually make it fair, so it's not the working class that keep getting penalised left, right, centre. There needs to be reports, there needs to be like benefits for us, so that it's not always like take. I mean, I did see a thing in the newspaper the other, it was on Daily Mail Online, about national insurance being cut down to 10%. Great, we're moving in a way forward. You know, the one that needs to come down, guys, is tax. 20% tax. We're still pretty much losing a third of our wages before we even get it in our hand. That's through national insurance, tax, and pensions if you're paying, and everything like that. It is robbing. I'm not going to lie, it's robbing. But I do think something will happen. As I say, I keep hearing about this solar grid thing, and I'm like, is this another way, as you say, of keeping us under control? One of my lovelies just says, I hope good things happen in the new year. That's all I want. I'm with you there. Don't you think that we've had enough drama the past few years to get us through the rest of the decade? Why can't 2024 be the catalyst into the better movements, and then 2025 to 2030, let's make that like the best part of the decade? Because the first part of the decade wasn't great, was it? We was locked down, we was in isolation, and it just wasn't the start to a new decade that we all hoped and wished for, basically. So yeah, I definitely hope that good things are going to be coming this year for us all. I really do. Oh, one of my lovelies says, more suspicious celebrity deaths. Now, I didn't realise, guys, how many celebrities or like famous people we actually lost last year. They done a tally up on TikTok, and you swipe through to like see who you remembered. I was surprised. There were some big names last year, and some of them were very mysterious outings, let's just say, as to how they passed. Some have not been recovered, let's just say, and some are still in denial. I think there was a lot of shocks as well last year when it comes to celebrity deaths. I'm actually just going to see how many, if there's like a tally that tells us how many celebrity deaths in 2023. I think there was a fair few. I'm going to say maybe 100. Do they give you a roundup? So let's just, they don't give you a roundup, guys, but just a few off the top of the head here. You had obviously Lisa Marie Presley. You had Jim Brown, which, oh, rocky days. You had Sinead O'Connor, Tony Bennett, Tina Turner, You also then had Matthew Perry. There was a lot of celebrities that I always thought that some of them was the year previously. Like Paul O'Grady, I thought had died previously, but they must have been very early on. Oh, here we are in It Goes By the Month. So there seems to have been a lot of footballers and a lot of TV stars actually through this. But some of them, as I say, Raquel Welch, Baroness Betty Boothroyd, who was a Speaker of the House of Commons. Still Paul O'Grady, it was March. Now March seems like a million miles away, doesn't it? There was actually a lot. And also there was one that Dame Edna and the guy who played the head cop in Brooklyn 999. For the life of me, I can't remember his name. But oh my God, Jerry Springer died? Guys, I don't remember that. Oh, okay. Oh, Tina Turner died in May. It does go to show, and now I feel like if you're a 90s baby, the people that we grew up with, unfortunately they're getting on a bit now. And like I always say to mum, like when the people of like, you know, David Jason, and for me Jean-Claude Van Damme and Sylvester Stallone and Dolph Lundgren, like all of them people, for me I'm going to be like, I grew up watching them. Like you forget when you grow up watching people that they don't stay the age they are in the film. Like we don't stay the age that we are when we're watching them. But yeah, there was a lot. Sinead O'Connor and Tony Bennett, bless them, there was a lot. A lot. Michael Parkinson, I didn't even realise that, guys. Oh, original Dumbledore man, Sir Michael Gambon. No way. Oh, Matthew Perry. There was a lot in here, guys. Terry Venables? No, he didn't. Hold on a minute. Shane McGowan, I remember that was the New Yorker fairy tale man. Did Terry Venables die? Oh my goodness. I'm actually learning something on here as well. Oh. No way. Steve Halliwell. He played Zach Dingle. Oh, guys. There was a lot of people last year. Who do we think... Well, we can't put it out there, but more suspicious celebrity deaths. Who do we think is going to go this year? I mean, that's so horrible to think of. Obviously, you don't want anyone to go, but you never know. What is going to happen? What is someone going to go off the rails? Is there going to be accidents? Oh, goodness gracious. 2024, I don't know what it's going to hold. One of my lovelies says, hi, I hope you had a fantastic Christmas. Thank you. What 2024 holds for myself, my sister and my brother. I don't look to the future and I take it day by day. It's been 17 years in April since our mum passed away. I'm sorry, my lovely. But our family home, the door number's 24. So this could be a great year. It could be a sign, you know. We'll have to see, as I have my family and my dog and I'm happy. So let's see what 2024 has in store of us. And I wish you all a happy new year. Oh my goodness. She also sent a photo of her dog in a video. And let me tell you, I absolutely love her dogs. They are so, so cute. Ah. But I hope you have a fabulous 2024. And as I say, your door number's 2024. 24. Let's hope that is a good omen, eh? Now, what is happening in Miami? Guys, I didn't know about this. And I was reading through them. And I was reading them out. And I'm like, what's happening in Miami? And Dan said to me, have you not seen the news? And I'm like, no. He was like, something's happened in a Miami shopping mall. And I'm like, oh, okay. He said it was rumoured that all these police cars went out because kids were setting off fireworks. And I'm like, okay. Then he showed me the picture. And guys, if you have seen this or know about it, the whole street was lined with police cars. And I'm like, there must have been a lot of kids or a lot of fireworks. And then it wasn't until you delved into it, people were saying that they were seeing strange objects, strange figures. And then a video started to circulate where it looked to me like Slender Man. It was a very tall, it didn't look human. this is where we go into a whole nother level of conspiracies and scandals. But people were saying that they saw an abnormally large character that was not human-like, and it was in the mall. Now, you think to send all them police cars to a mall for children, it's not really feasible. To send them all to a mall to try and keep something quiet, very feasible. Now, we saw some TikTok videos on these, and within a day or so, these videos, we saved them, we went back, deleted. And in the videos, the people had said, this won't be up here for long, because anyone that has type of footage or they speak about things, it gets shut down. I don't know what's happening, because it kind of seems to have just been brushed under the carpet. However, there was a lot of other conspiracies that resonated around why this happened at this particular time. At this time, it was the release of the Epstein documents, and people were saying it was a cover-up for that, to try and divert away from the names potentially coming out in this case. People were saying it was something to do with potentially the election that was in America. They're trying to like cast people's attention away to it for some reason and try and divert. And I said to Dan, for something that catastrophic, if that is a cover-up, what are they covering up? Like, if that is your diversion, there has got to be something pretty big that I feel you're not going to want to be able to get at. So I am very dubious. Now, the video that I did see, the figure didn't look normal. And if I saw that coming towards me in a shopping centre, oh my god, I would scarper too. I'd be like, ta-da, I'm just going to leave my shopping and adios, off I go. But I do feel something is happening. Guys, I don't feel we're the only ones here. And you know me, the whole thing of Area 51, I'm like, mind baffles me. I've actually got a book that I picked up at Mankind, and it is like conspiracy theorists. It's like an A to Z, like a mini thing. It's not the ultimate book. It's a little condensed book, and I think I might actually go through some of them to do the topics, because there are some good topics in that. And me and Dan read a few, and we was like puzzling ourselves, like we could sit there for hours talking about these. And Area 51 has always been something that does interest me. And you see photos that have been leaked, like, are they real, are they not? You never know. But I genuinely think that we're not the only ones out here. We can't be. In this whole solar system, we can't be the only ones here. And is it that we haven't been the only ones here for a while, and something's happened? Like, have they been trying to get us to live in cohesion or see how it would be? And who knows, this could be something that escaped. And that was why there was that sheer force of all of the police, because that would not be sent out to kids letting off fireworks. But I would like to know your opinion, as I say, because I only caught little bits from the articles that I saw online and what we saw on TikTok and bits and bobs. But it seems to have gone quiet. However, people's recollections of the events still seem to be popping up here, there and everywhere. So let me know what you think of that, my lovelies. One of my lovelies says, hi Shan, me and my mum have been on about this topic, and I honestly believe that the wars are going to get worse and worse, and potentially a World War III. It's scary to think, but this could be our reality. They better all behave, because me and my daughter have a lot of travelling to do next year, and they better not ruin our plans. I don't know, guys. I mean, I would like to think we would never see a war in our lifetime, but you just never know. I saw something again on TikTok. I mean, I don't know the full truth behind TikTok sometimes, but they was talking about certain countries on airstrikes and things that are happening, and you know when you just think, don't get involved. Don't get involved. Because you never know what could happen. And as I say, I think what could happen no one wants to think of. And also, if we're having to deal with potentially like grid cutouts, like power cutouts, this solar storm thing and potential viruses, it's just too much, isn't it? We just all want to live in peace. We don't need to be having all of this drama. There's enough drama in lives without these big external things happening and causing havoc. but I don't know. I would like to think that this year could be the year that things maybe quieten down. Let's all just get our differences aside, live in cohesion, and be done with it, because it's not, who is it benefiting? This is the thing that I don't understand when it comes to like wars and that. Who does it benefit? Everyone that I speak to, majority, is like, it's all for money. It's all to do with buying weapons and selling and the profits, and that shouldn't be what it's about when people are losing their lives. And I think it's very selfish of countries, if it is to do with money, you're putting your people in danger. And I mean, touch wood, it never comes to that. But it is worrying as to what could happen in the world. You actually never know, guys. That's the thing. You will read something and think, never gonna happen. Like, we never thought what was going to happen last year happened. And you just, when you're reading the papers, you think, is this actually real life? Like, is this what is going to happen in the world? Like, no, it shouldn't be. We should all be able to just live as it is, but it's not as easy as that, guys, is it? It's very political. It's a lot very outdated, I think. Stuff going back like centuries and centuries. Back to previous wars, like, it's stuff that has maybe never been let go of or is still held even to this day. And I just think we can't allow ourselves to get back into that, because who knows what a new age war would be like in essence, because I don't think it's going to be good for anyone. I really, really don't. I'm just going to quickly go and put the heater on because, guys, I'm cold. I'm sitting here, I'm in a different part of the room. You actually might be thinking where I am. So where I normally am in the corner of my room with the Christmas tree, this is actually my wardrobe behind me. It was the only place that I could find to put the green screen up. So yeah, I'm just going to quickly put the heater on and then we will be right back. Guys, I just had a little look on TikTok because I was like, you know what? I need to see if there's any more out there. The main conspiracy theorist for 2024, which is either from The Simpsons or from Vanga, which was the Bulgarian blind lady who has done predictions of many, many years. They say that they think there will be an economic crisis. I mean, things are going through the roof as it is, so please no more inflation. They feel there could be another type of virus that affects our autoimmune disease. Something that means we can't keep food down, so a serious bug again. There is also talks I just saw of a radio host in America, and they believe the election won't happen this year. They believe that there will not be an election in America. And from that was a whole debate on if there was to be no election, what would happen? Would who be in power still be in power? Would it get overturned? What would happen with the current status of NATO, for example? And yeah, Simpsons are saying about a polar grid. Polar grid? Power solar grid. That's what I meant. And you know what? I'm just like, whoever writes The Simpsons, that is a conspiracy theory in itself, I think, because they have predicted a lot of stuff. Oh, poof, poof. Who is writing The Simpsons? Where are they getting these storylines from? That, I think The Simpsons could be a whole conspiracy episode. What do we think, guys? I need to delve into The Simpsons and see who is behind this, because they have scarily predicted quite a lot. And I mean, who knows, guys? 2024, I would like to think it's going to be a nice relaxing year. I really do hope it's going to be a nice relaxing year, but you never know in this world, do we? We have to take each day as it is, and we have to seize the moments, because none of us know what is around the corner. And albeit with the powers above and the people in charge, what on earth they're going to put the normal people in. But guys, that is the end of Scandals with Shan, our first one for 2024 of what do we think is going to happen. And from your guys and what I've just seen on TikTok, it might be a little bit eventful, but yes, we shall have to see. All I know is that the heater is now on. I'm starting to get a little bit toastier, so that's the most important thing. And I am going to relax, guys, because I feel, you know what? I need to edit this and see whether we do actually have some form of a background behind me, because I don't actually know. I don't know how this is going to go, but Guys, if you did enjoy the video, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe down below. Let me know what you think is going to kick off for 2024. Is it something good? Do we think something bad is on the cards? Or did you agree with any of the comments that I said earlier in the video? But take care, stay safe as always, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye guys!